Brightlights Theater loomed large and silent, its facade a tapestry of aged brick, adorned with ornate carvings that whispered tales of grandeur long gone. Each corner harbored secrets, the air thick with an essence both inviting and foreboding. Here, legends intertwined with reality, where shadows danced alongside memories. Max Donovan stumbled upon this theater in the dusty pages of an old book, hidden away in a forgotten corner of the local library. His heart raced as he read about Brightlights Theater, a place rumored to echo with ghostly performances, haunted by spirits longing for recognition. A vivid imagery conjured in his mind made him almost hear distant applause and feel the chill of unseen eyes watching. Driven by insatiable curiosity, Max felt drawn to uncover the truth behind these urban legends. He sought out Emma Raines, a local historian well-versed in the town's past. Although skeptical about the supernatural claims surrounding the theater, her interest sparked when Max spoke passionately about his findings. Together, they agreed to embark on an adventure into the heart of Brightlights Theater. Evening fell like a soft curtain over the world outside. They approached the grand entrance. A warm glow from within beckoned them forward, an inviting warmth against the cool night air. They settled into their seats as patrons filled the rows around them. Excitement hummed through the crowd. A performance began, a classic play brought to life beneath dimmed lights, but soon peculiarities emerged. Flickering lights overhead cast strange shadows that swayed as if alive, while faint whispers drifted through empty hallways leading backstage. Max exchanged glances with Emma. There was something undeniably eerie yet captivating about it all. Our curtain fell and applause erupted at each act's conclusion. Max felt compelled to delve deeper into this historic venue's hidden corners. Cheered backstage after everyone had left the theater, now wrapped in unsettling silence, they discovered remnants from years past. Costumes hanging like specters from their hangers and props cloaked in dust, yet echoing tales once told on stage. They sensed her presence, an ethereal figure emerging softly from behind a stack of crates. Lydia Bellamy appeared before them, a former stage manager who met tragedy during her time at Brightlights Theater. Her spirit glowed faintly amid dim light as she shared fragments of her story, the accident that took her life while preparing for an important show, and offered guidance to those brave enough to venture further into this haunted realm. Max and Emma listened intently as Lydia's presence enveloped them like mist over morning grass. Spoke not only of herself but hinted at another restless spirit, Simon Hayes, the celebrated actor whose name still echoed among theater lore. With every step deeper into Brightlights Theater's labyrinthine passages, Max felt an unshakable connection growing between them and what lay beyond mortal existence. It intensified as if urging him onward. He knew this journey had only just begun. They explored more deeply backstage. Glimpses of Simon performing on stage mesmerized them with his ethereal presence, yet left a lingering sadness within their hearts. They began capturing evidence, photos and recordings that hinted at supernatural activity within these hallowed walls. Their resolve strengthened when they discovered hidden archives revealing Simon's tragic end. Despite once being celebrated, he had been forgotten after his death. Meanwhile, Emma experienced strange interactions with the spectral ensemble during rehearsals. She sensed their sorrowful yearning for acknowledgement from living audiences. Determined to honor Simon's legacy and provide closure for both ghosts and themselves, Max and Emma decided to host a special event at Brightlights Theater aimed at bringing attention back to Simon's name. Night fell on opening night. Tension hung heavy in the air. Audience members reported seeing apparitions during performances, while Max narrated events based on his research into Simon's life. A climactic moment illuminated by spectral light, Lydia ensured that Simon received one final ovation before guiding him toward accepting his fate peacefully, before vanishing into brightness. Broke over Brightlights Theater following their tribute performance filled with heartfelt echoes resonating through both realms. It became clear that healing touched not just themselves, but also those lost within its walls who solace in remembrance. The applause faded into the dimly lit corners of Brightlights Theater. Max and Emma slipped backstage, a mix of excitement and trepidation coursing through them. The flickering lights overhead cast eerie shadows that danced across the walls, heightening their anticipation. They could feel the weight of history pressing around them, each creak of the floorboards whispering tales from times long past. Deeper into the backstage area, they stumbled upon remnants of old costumes piled in one corner, fabric frayed with age and colors dulled by countless performances. Stepping into another realm where echoes of laughter intertwined with faint sorrow. Here, Max almost sensed Simon Hayes' distant murmurs resonating within those threads. A chill swept through the air. Emma's eyes widened as she pointed toward a figure materializing in soft luminescence. Lydia Bellamy stood before them, her ethereal form shimmering like mist caught in moonlight. A warmth radiated from her presence. An unmistakable hint of sadness lingered. Lydia began to share her story, a tragic tale woven with dreams and despair. She spoke softly about her time as stage manager at Brightlights Theater, her passion igniting every moment spent among performers and crew members. Passion turned to heartbreak on one fateful night, when an accident claimed her life just before a grand performance was set to unfold. Her spirit lingered not out of anger or regret, but to help guide others who ventured into this realm filled with haunting memories. She floated closer to them. Max felt an inexplicable bond forming a connection between their quest for truth and Lydia's desire for resolution. Encouragement from Lydia, they ventured further into the depths of backstage where whispers filled the air once more. It felt as if unseen hands guided them deeper into forgotten realms. They discovered dusty props used in long-lost productions. Each item seemed to resonate with stories yearning for release. Amidst their exploration, they caught sight of Simon Hayes on stage, his ghostly figure gracefully performing a scene from a classic play that had once captivated audiences long ago. Mesmerized by his movements, both Max and Emma watched silently as he reenacted lines filled with longing and unfulfilled aspirations. Yet there was something melancholic about his performance, a deep-seated yearning echoing through every gesture and expression he made. It became clear that despite his ethereal talent shining brightly even in death, recognition continued to elude him. Max instinctively pulled out his camera, capturing this spectral magic, felt essential not just for proof, but as part of honoring Simon's existence beyond mere legend or lore. Each click of the shutter revealed glimpses into moments spanning lifetimes, capturing beauty intertwined with anguish like threads on a tapestry woven throughout time itself. Emma joined him in recording sounds, too. The eerie whisper surrounding them took on new meaning against Simon's performance, echoing behind closed doors. Each heartbeat resonating within their chest became part of this otherworldly unfolding before their eyes. Together they gathered evidence, photos showcasing fleeting apparitions darting through shadows, while ghostly harmonies lingered like soft caresses brushing against their skin under dimming lights, until finally fading away altogether. With Lydia guiding them through these strange occurrences within Brightlights Theater, came newfound resolve. Uncovering hidden truths now felt imperative not only for themselves, but also for those lost souls seeking closure amid lingering. Etched deeply within its walls, they prepared for what lay ahead. Determination surged within Max and Emma, driven by empathy for spirit still seeking recognition amid heartache buried beneath layers of history. In time, these challenges that tested their courage while deepening connections forged by stories shared amidst flickering lights and whispered echoes. As darkness enveloped Brightlights Theater, electric atmosphere charged the air. Max and Emma stood at the edge of the stage, their hearts racing with anticipation for what was to come. The echoes of applause from the previous night lingered in their minds, a sweet reminder of their hopes for this moment. Max held tightly to a worn script he had discovered among Lydia's belongings, a collection of Simon's performances intertwined with notes from years past. Each line brimmed with emotion, feeling like a key unlocking doors to a history they were eager to share. Emma flitted about, adjusting props and setting the scene for an unforgettable evening. Twilight deepened outside, painting the sky in shades of indigo and violet. Whispers began to weave through the theater once more. A spectral ensemble materialized around them, figures dressed in classic costume, shimmering faintly against the dim light. Their expressions mirrored longing and hope. Each performer moved gracefully, as if rehearsing for a show long lost to time. A ghostly ensemble gathered closer as Max took center stage. He felt exhilarated yet unnerved by their presence, but steeled himself against doubt. This moment, he was not just narrating words, he was breathing life into Simon's legacy, resurrecting stories that deserve to be heard again. With every word spoken, echoes of Simon's past resonated within the theater walls, the highs of applause mixed with lows of unfulfilled dreams. Max recounted pivotal moments from Simon's life, his rise to stardom, followed by tragic obscurity. The phantoms surrounding him swayed gently as though caught in a delicate dance between memory and reality. Emma watched intently from behind him, her heart swelling at how these spirits seemed enraptured by Max's narration. Glow illuminated her features as she glimpsed Lydia guiding Simon toward acknowledgement, an exchange filled with warmth yet tinged with sadness. With each passing act, strange occurrences intensified. The flicker of lights grew erratic as if responding directly to Max's storytelling. Echoed louder than before, shadows darted across corners, where performers once thrived under bright stage lights. They were not merely witnesses, but active participants in this ethereal reunion. Suddenly, during one poignant recounting about Simon's final performance, a memory wrapped in tragedy, he appeared before them on stage, vibrant yet translucent, his sorrowful eyes fixed on Max. Time froze as everyone held their breath, even the spectral ensemble ceased movement in reverence. That moment of shared understanding between realms, everything shifted. The air crackled with electricity as Lydia stepped forward alongside Simon. He smiled softly at him before turning towards Max and Emma, her gesture urging them onward toward closure. Max found his voice trembling slightly, but continued narrating until reaching the climactic conclusion, the last bow that would finally grant Simon recognition after years, spent hidden in shadows and regret. The audience stirred restlessly, some gasped while others reached out instinctively toward apparitions visible, amidst fog-like mist filling the theater space around them. Felt surreal yet wholly real, a tapestry woven together through memories that transcended death itself. Applause erupted following Max's heartfelt portrayal, a sound amplified beyond mere mortals, echoing through time. Tears streamed down Lydia's face, while she witnessed her beloved friend finally receiving acknowledgement once more under those grand chandeliers, now glimmering like stars reclaiming forgotten glory. This poignant moment filled with catharsis, a reconciliation spanning lifetimes. The spirits began to slowly fade away into soft luminescence, while clapping faded behind them into silence resembling distant thunder rolling off into eternity. Broke over Brightlights Theater following this tribute performance. Tranquility draped over all who remained in its wake, lay remnants of joy, fused alongside bittersweet farewells, mingling tenderly amid lingering fogs settled softly upon ground where dreams dared awaken anew. Max looked at Emma, both shared silent understanding realized through tears, reflecting light streaming through stained glass windows above. They had indeed helped bring healing not just for themselves, but also forging connections between, forever altered within hallowed halls where memories dared linger undisturbed. So Brightlights Theater stood resolutely against time itself. Its legends reclaimed anew as stories intermingled across boundaries shaped by love lost, and spirits finally danced beneath bright lights shining brightly again. As the final curtain fell and applause echoed through Brightlights Theater, profound silence enveloped the space. If the theater itself was holding its breath. Max Donovan and Emma Raines slipped backstage, their hearts still racing from the emotional performance they had just witnessed. The air felt charged with energy, thick with stories waiting to be told. They wandered deeper into the backstage area, where remnants of old performances lay scattered like forgotten dreams. Costumes hung limply from hooks, their vibrant colors faded by time, while dusty props stood sentinel in corners shadowed by memories long past. Each artifact whispered tales of laughter and heartache that once filled these walls. The atmosphere grew heavier as they ventured further into this sacred space, where life intertwined with lingering spirits. Danced along Max's spine, drawing a knowing look from Emma. She felt it too. From behind a stack of crates emerged Lydia Bellamy's ethereal figure. He glided toward them, her spirit shimmering softly in the dim light of backstage. Warmth emanated from her presence, yet a trace of sorrow clung to her like a veil. With grace befitting her role as stage manager, Lydia began to share her story, a tale woven intricately into Brightlights Theater's fabric. Her voice flowed gently as she recounted how passion for her work drove her to dedicate every moment to perfecting performances alongside talented actors and crews. The night when fate took a cruel turn, an accident claimed her life just before she could witness another grand show unfold on stage, a moment that should have been filled with excitement turned instead into an everlasting echo of loss. Lydia spoke. Max felt an inexplicable connection between their quest for truth and her desire for resolution, swirling around him like tendrils of mist reaching out towards forgotten dreams. He lingered not out of anger, but to guide those brave enough to traverse through shadows cast by memory. Boldened by Lydia's gentle encouragement, they pressed further into the maze-like depths backstage, where whispers surrounded them, once more soft murmurs beckoning them onward through realms uncharted yet familiar at once. Motes floated lazily in beams of light streaming through cracked windows, a testament to both time passing by and stories yearning for release. And it happened amidst their exploration. Emerged Simon Hayes on stage, his ghostly form captivating against twilight shadows enveloping him like an embrace long denied. Each movement exuded grace interlaced with longing. He seemed unaware of his audience as he passionately reenacted scenes from plays that had once enraptured living crowds, now turned mere memories, haunting this place forevermore. Max couldn't tear his gaze away. There was something mesmerizing about Simon's performance, the way he poured himself wholly into each line. Spoken echoed deep-seated emotions reverberating through Max's core. Simon's artistic brilliance lay sadness, the palpable weight of being forgotten despite talent shining brightly even beyond death's grasp. Instinctively reaching for his camera, Max began capturing the spectral magic unfolding before him, not solely for evidence, but also honoring Simon's existence beyond folklore or legend lost amidst time's relentless march forward. Each click resonated within him. Every captured moment unveiled glimpses stretching across lifetimes, a tapestry woven together where beauty intertwined seamlessly with anguish haunting each thread spun throughout history itself. Emma joined him in documenting sounds, two whispers drifting softly around them merged harmoniously against Simon's heartfelt performance, echoing against fading walls, until finally disappearing altogether into silence once more. Guidance came, newfound determination coursing through their veins, revealing hidden truths became imperative not solely for themselves, but also granting solace sought desperately by those souls who remained trapped amid. Reef ensconced tightly beneath layers upon layers, etched deeply within these treasured walls, still bearing witness after all these years. Preparations commenced for what lay ahead, a special event meant to honor Simon's legacy, while allowing both ghosts respite from sorrow. They found strength growing stronger than fear or hesitation ever could be, propelled forward by empathy, borne out timeless connections forged among flickering lights, illuminating shared tales steeped rich with emotion. Midst anticipation building steadily around them, all minds focused intently on unveiling history, hidden behind barriers raised high by pain, the realization settled softly over both Max and Emma. Healing often comes not only at the end, but also within journeys taken toward understanding those left behind, struggling, still searching desperately just beyond reach forevermore.